Actually, no, I don't think. I was gonna say maybe I can explain a substitute weapon if you don't have the Uber, but Necromancer's BoneSpear build. I did kind of build this build based on Uber, so that's probably not gonna work. Sacrifice. Ooh, that was wrong. Sacrifice. And then we're gonna switch out the necklace. Please let me have it. I was gonna say maybe I can explain a substitute weapon if you don't have the Uber, but this build, I did kind of build this build based on Uber, so that's probably not gonna work. And then we're gonna switch out the necklace if we're looking at it like that. So that pretty much covers showing you how the build works. Hey everyone, so I hope you guys are all ready for the Necromancer's BoneSpear build. This build is going to be featuring multiple Ubers, mainly due to the fact that we got our hands on a couple of pretty good Ubers. So we're going to test out and kind of introduce like the difference between both of them, and obviously go through all of our normal stuff in general. Hopefully you guys get your hands on these Ubers and can utilize them in Season 2, because that would be fantastic. So let's take a look at our stats. So level 100, Strength 410, Intelligence 795, Willpower 477, Dex 551. Currently our resistances: Fire 56, Lightning 70, Cold 70, Poison 68, Shadow 70. Ideally you want to max out all of your resistances if possible, because this is very important for Season 2. But even these higher numbers is still really good. Just try to cap them all if you can. Offensive weapon damage, weapon speed, attack speed, critical strike chance versus injured, critical strike damage. So as you can tell, this build is going to be focusing a lot more on the critical strike damage, which, so currently right now, this gives us a 1,277.2%. Critical strike damage versus vulnerable, critical strike damage with bone, because this is BoneSpear, 162% there. Overpower chance, overpower damage, vulnerable damage. So as you can see, I kind of have both of these also leveled up in it. You'll kind of see why when you look at my gear, right? All damage with physical, shadow, bone versus elite, crowd controlled, damage versus healthy versus injured, lucky hit chance to execute, thorns. So pretty much as you can see, this build is really based on like power. Defensive, our maximum life is at 19,000. Potion, healing from potions, armor, all damage reduction from close, dodge chance. Utility, our maximum essence is 175. Our essence cost reduction is 21.9. Essence regen, essence on kill, movement speed, elite kill movement speed, lucky hit chance bonus, and damage reduction in PvP. Okay, so taking a look at our gear, for the helmet we're using the Deathless Visage. Again, same as every other build, if you can get your hands on the best stats at 925. So the Deathless Visage gives you 25.5 critical strike damage with bone skills, 21% physical damage, 18 maximum essence, and 5.1 damage reduction. So the BoneSpear leaves behind echoes as it travels that explode, dealing 2,068 damage, increased by 5 times for every 30% of your critical strike damage bonus. So you can see why it's pretty important for your critical strike damage, right? Because this amplifies with it. We're using the red gem to give us that maximum life as well. For our chest piece, we're using the Silver Mail of Might. So this armor, 23.3% bone skill damage, 27% total armor, 1,300 maximum life, and a 5.5% damage reduction. We're using the Might aspect. Basically gives us 20%, basic skills grant 20% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This is a dungeon-based aspect, which we will go through that after. So again, 2 red gems, maximum life for both. The gloves, we're using the Silvering Vambraces of Serration. Again, try to get 925. As you can see, my chest piece was not, but gloves, we got it. So the gloves, they are used... Sorry, my mouse is bugging out. 56 intelligence, 9% critical strike chance, 31.5% critical strike damage with bone skills, and plus 4 ranks of BoneSpear. So as you can see again, why these stats are very important into this build, right? So the Ossified Essence key passive also increases the critical strike damage of your bone skills by 1% X per essence above 50, up to a 31%. Again, try to get the best numbers and just work around that. For the pants, we're using the Tibolt's Will. Again, 925. We're using the red gems to give us that maximum life. So the Tibolt's Will, 22.5% damage, plus 4 potion capacity, plus 12 maximum resources, 11.8% damage reduction from close enemies. You deal 40% increased damage while unstoppable, and for 4 seconds after. When you become unstoppable, you will gain 50% of your primary resources. Pretty good, right? For the boots, we're using Ghost Walker. Again, try to get that 925. Plus 48 strength, 20.3% movement speed, 27% movement speed for 4 seconds after killing an elite, 8.6 essence cost reduction. So the Ghost Walker, while unstoppable and for 4 seconds after, you gain 22% increased movement speed and can freely move through enemies. So for the boots, the biggest thing what you want is the movement speed. That way you're faster. We're going to go to the weapon after. We're going to go into the necklace now. So Splintering Amulet, again, 925 if you can. 11.3% critical strike chance against injured enemies. 21% bone skill damage. 14.6 essence of cost reduction. Plus 3 ranks of evolution passive. So the splintering aspect. BoneSpear's primary attack makes enemies hit beyond the first vulnerable for 3.3 seconds. Bone shards from BoneSpear deal 84% bonus damage to vulnerable enemies and pierces them. Again, try to get the better number. We're using the blue gem here to give us that cold resistance, which I will cover that after. For the ring, we are using Loop Up Grasping Veins. As you can see, I don't have it in 925, but that's okay. 6.3% critical strike chance, 23.3 critical strike damage, 30% critical strike damage with bone skills, and 1200 maximum life. So the Grasping Veins gain 12% increased critical strike chance for 6 seconds when you cast Corpse Tendrils. You deal 24% bonus critical strike damage to enemies damaged by Corpse Tendrils. And here we're using the orange gem that gives us plus 30% lightning resistance. We're using the new Necromancer ring, so the Ring of Sacrilegious Soul. So an 11.3% lucky hit chance of 1058 maximum life, plus 8 maximum essence, plus 2 ranks to all corpse skills. So this ring, you automatically activate the following equipped skills on corpses around you. So raise skeletons every 1 second, corpse explosions every 1 second, corpse tendrils every 8 seconds. So the thing with this ring is you want the lowest number. If you have higher numbers, get rid of it. It's not good. So ideally, if you can, 925 ring, the lowest rolls possible for these. Not your big stats, but obviously where your aspect is. So the raised skeleton, corpse explosion, corpse tendrils, you want the lowest number. And here we're using a shadow resistance ring. Now, if you're not using this ring, let me just take a quick peek really fast here. Do I still have it? Oh, I may have switched it out. Give me one. This is Bloodlance. Is it this ring? Don't mind me for like 2 seconds. I'm just checking something here. Exposed flesh. And sorry. And where's my other ring really fast? Did I... Osseous Ultimate... Did I get rid of it? Oh, no. I switched out, I think, the aspect on it. Okay, so the stats on the rings can be basically the same thing. Sorry if this is just a little bit confusing. So if you're not using Ring of Sacrilegious Souls, you can also use the aspect Exposed Flesh on your build. So like, let's say you take this one out, right? And you're running this one instead, right? Again, still 925. As you can see, the stats on this ring was a critical strike damage with bone skills, maximum essence, and vulnerable damage. Mainly the same. You want the same stats for both of the things. But the biggest thing was the aspect. So if you're not running Sacrilegious Soul Ring, Exposed Flesh, and this aspect, you would change it to Sacrificial instead. But if you're running this ring, then you're going to change Sacrificial to Grasping Veins just because it benefits you better. But if you do run Exposed Flesh, so up to a 10% chance to generate 38 essence when hitting vulnerable enemies. So it just helps you out in that area if you don't have this ring. So we're just going to put that back and then put this one back in. Again, still use the purple gem to give you that shadow resistance. This ring, you can get it from farming Varshan. It's a fairly common drop rate, so it shouldn't take you too long to get your hands on it. And Varshan is pretty easy to spawn and summon, right? So ideally, you're probably just going to run it with Grasping Veins and this ring. But like I said, until you have this ring, then you may want to do it the other way. So those are your options there. Now we're going to go down to the Grandfather. So this is one of the Uber weapons. It only dropped, well, I can't say sorry. It doesn't only drop from Duriel, but Duriel has a higher chance of dropping it. Because as most of you know that have been playing this game for a long time, Ubers, they are super rare. The hardest items to get in the game. So, okay, so 925. As you can see, this weapon gives me plus 108 to all stats, 84% damage, 4,584 maximum life, and ignores durability loss. So the aspect on the Grandfather increases your critical strike damage by 100%. The other properties on this weapon can roll higher than normal. And we're using 2 green gems to give us that critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies. So that 12%, right? Sorry, 1 second. So this is what we're running right now. But then in a couple of minutes, once we're done going over all the base stats, we're going to switch out the weapons and show the difference between the Grandfather and the other Uber, just to see like if you get your hands on it, right? Because some of you might get the DoomBringer, some of you might get Granddaddy. So we're going to cover both of these. So the DoomBringer, which is the second weapon that you can use for this build, again 925, Duriel drop. So this weapon gives you 26.2% damage, 29.2% core skill damage, 41.4% maximum life. Your lucky hit up to a 5% chance to heal 1,500 life. Lucky hit up to a 25% chance to deal 8,963 shadow damage to surrounding enemies and reduce their damage done by 20% for 5 seconds. You're going to use the green gem to give you that critical strike damage to vulnerable. So the thing is, so if you're going to run DoomBringer, then you're going to run Lidless Wall as your offhand. So Lidless Wall, try to get 925, obviously, right? 9% attack speed, lucky hit up to a 5% chance to restore 12% primary resources, 856 maximum life, 12 maximum essence. Lucky hit, while you have an active Bone Storm, hitting an enemy outside of a Bone Storm has up to a 15% chance to spawn on additional Bone Storm at their location. Each of your active sacrifice bonuses increases the chance by 25%, and the total additional Bone Storms you can have +1. And we're using the green gem, which gives us, on your shield, it gives you thorn damage. So it might be a little bit confusing, but I wanted to show you the difference between the weapons, right? Because if you get DoomBringer, you're going to be using Lidless Wall for the build, right? If you get Granddaddy, then you're only going to be using Granddaddy. Obviously, again, some of you might not even get the Ubers. I really do hope that you do get it. But this build is going to be centered around those specific drops. I'll probably at the end of the video, I'm going to try to explain to you what weapon you can use as a substitute if you don't get the Ubers. But like I said, ideally, this is what we're going to build this build on. Okay, and the other thing, which is also an option, again, you don't have to run it like that. That is completely your choice. But if you get your hands on the Melted Heart of Selig Uber, you would basically take out this necklace. You would add in this necklace here instead. Splintering, so you would also get rid of this ring, so you wouldn't use that. So you would go basically these two rings. So splintering, you would move over and change the aspect onto your ring instead. And your other ring, you would change the aspect to sacrifice. So remember the two aspects that basically I talked about earlier? That's what you would exchange it for if you're running Selig. So again, if you put Selig on, splintering, move it down into your ring, and then change your other one into sacrifice. We're gonna just keep our stuff set as normal for now. Just while we're showing stuff the normal way, but just showing you the options of it. I don't want to change the aspects on my rings just yet to show you the difference. We're gonna run through the basic stuff first, and then go from there. Okay, so aspects, right? So might is a dungeon aspect. So you can get it from the Dark Ravine in the Dry Steppes. So very easy, just go there, grab that aspect, right? Serration. Serration. Give me a minute. I gotta find it. I think Serration was also a dungeon. I could be wrong though. Okay, I think Serration might be a drop aspect only. Ghostwalker, we know is a dungeon. Just gotta find it again. Oops, sorry. We literally... Sorry. Oh, here, sorry. Ghostwalker. Broken Bulwark in Skogsland to get this aspect. Splintering... No, let's just try to find this one. I know it's a dungeon aspect. Splintering. So the Gulrun slums in Dry Steppes to get this aspect. Grasping Veins is from the Corrupted Grotto in Kyrgyzstan. The other aspect that you'll need depending on what you're doing, Sacrifice. So this is from the Wrens of Eridu in Hawazar. And sorry, give me like 1 second. I'm trying to remember what did I just say? Yeah. Sorry. Exposed flesh. My brain was like, wait, because I'm not used to like the switching between multiple gears, right? So let me just go through this really quick to see if I can find this one. Because usually I try to just go with one gear piece, one gear set, right? So that way I don't cause confusion. But this build has a lot of variations. Okay, so I think Exposed Flesh is a drop one. I don't see it. So okay, so that covers that stuff there. Where is it? Book of the Dead. You're gonna use Skeletal Warriors Skirmisher Sacrificed, Skeletal Mages Cold Sacrificed, Iron Sacrificed. For your vampiric abilities, we're gonna use Metamorphosis, Blood Boil, Resilience, Prey on the Weak, and Sanguine Brace. So when you stack your gears to what you need, you're gonna need 4 shields, 3 trophies, and 11 skulls for your packs. For the abilities, let's go over this now quickly. So Bone Splinters enhanced bone splinters, acolytes bone splinters. Okay. Then you're gonna go 3 points in unliving energy, 3 points in imperfectly balanced, 3 points in hewed flesh. BoneSpear, you're gonna max it out and also make sure that you have the item contribution from your gears. Enhanced BoneSpear, paranormal BoneSpear. Then we're gonna go down here, corpse explosion. Put 1 point in corpse explosion, and then 2 points are gonna be from your gears. And then 1 point in grim harvest, and then 3 in fueled by death. Then we're gonna go down here, put 3 points in amplify damage, 3 points in death's embrace, 1 point in decrepify with enhanced decrepify and abhorrent decrepify. Then here, 1 point in corpse tendrils, and then you'll have 2 points from your gear. Enhanced corpse tendrils, plagued corpse tendrils, and then 3 points in serration, 3 points in compound fracture, and 3 points in evulsion. So again, your necklace will give you 3 more points. Now keep in mind, if you switch out your necklace to the Selig, obviously you're not gonna have 6 points here, right? You're only gonna have 3. Standalone 3, Memento Mori 3, Inspiring Leader 3. So Bone Storm, Prime Bone Storm, Supreme Bone Storm, and Ossified Essence as your key passive here. So on your skill bar, it's going to look at Corpse Explosion here, Corpse Tendrils, Decrepify, Bone Storm, Bone Splinters, and BoneSpear. Sorry about that. Oh. So Paragon. I was like, where's my starting note here? Okay, so we're gonna start here. So we'll go a little bit zoomed out just so you can see. And we're gonna go in. So you're gonna go up, across, up, up, grab prime, up, grab the blue one here, go up, up, up. Then we're gonna go across, we're gonna go down, 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 across, up, grab this one, grab blue here. Then we're gonna go up, across, up, up, grab knowledge. Then go back, you're gonna put essence as your glyph. Then you're gonna go across, up, across here, grab preservation, go up, across and into the next board. So the next board over here is called the Bone Graft board. So again, just giving you an idea so you can just see where your points go. Then here we're gonna go up, across, up. Here, go across, down, grab Bone Graft. Then grab Entomb, grab here, and grab this blue here. Then we're gonna go back. Then you're gonna go from this point here, right? Back at the beginning. You're gonna go up, across, grab Reinvigorate. Go up, grab this blue one here. Then we're gonna keep going, so up. Sorry. So grab Calcified, grab the blue one here, Sorry, I keep highlighting by mistake. Okay, so then up, across, up, across, up, grab Shaper of Bone, go up, across, down, down, here, right? And then back into this point, grab this one, grab this. You're gonna add Corporal as your glyph here. Then you're gonna go across, down, across, up, grab Erudite. Then go grab this node here, then go down, across, down, across. So just hover over just a little bit so you can kind of see where you're going. This next board is the Scent of Death board. So just give you the idea quickly. So this one here, we're gonna go across, up, grab Preservation, grab the blue node here, go across, go up 1 to grab this, then we're gonna go here, you're gonna grab Exploit, put that glyph here, then go across, grab Death Marked. Then back to where Preservation is, then you're gonna go down, here, right? Then across, sorry, give me a second while I just position. Yeah, so across, down, 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 down. Down here, grab Scent of Death, go across, down, down. Across, grab Rune, grab the blue nodes in this area. So that way they're all highlighted. Then you're going to go down, across, down, down into the next board. So this next board is called Flesh Eater. So this way we're going to go down, across, down, 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 across. We're going to grab Stifle, grab this, then go down, down. We're going to go across, grab Flesh Eater. Then we're going to go down, 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 down. So once we're here, we're going to go here, down, down, go up, grab Targeted, grab the blue node here, then go down, grab this one. Then we're going to go up, across to grab Erudite. Then back here, we're going to put Control Rune here. Then we're going to go down, down, across, grab this one right here. Then this way, we're going to go here, and then grab this one here. And then back into where Control Glyph is. Then you're going to go across, go up one to grab this blue one. Then I'm going to across, down, down, down. Grab Color, across, up, all the way to the next node. And then this is your final board. This one is called the Wither board. So this one is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Just up, across, down, down, grab Malediction. Then across here, grab Sacrificial, then go across, up, grab Gloom, grab here. So it's your Paragon is very straightforward. So I'll just give you like the couple of seconds just to kind of just take a quick look again at the board. So zoomed in just so you can see what you're doing. Just to make it a little bit less confusing, right? And then I'm going to try to not hover over the stuff. Well, as much as possible, obviously. Sometimes it's not easy. So once we're done with Paragon, this pretty much covers the basics of everything. And then it's going to come into the gear switching and just showing you the numbers and stuff, like the difference when you're running the actual gears. And like I said, like I do apologize about the little bit of confusion that could play into the gear switching. The reason why we're doing it like this is just because I don't want to create like 2 or 3 different builds just because of a weapon switch or a necklace switch. So I would rather just combine it together into one and just show you the variations of what you can use instead. I just feel like it's better that way. And then this is the last of your Paragon. So keep in mind we went backwards this way after we finalized the board, just to kind of give you that quick recap one more time. Okay, so let's go find somewhere where we can attack. So let's go here. So the initial build that we're going with, we're starting with the Grandfather. So this is going to be the main focus while we test out a little bit of this just to show you the combat and everything. And then we'll go back into town, switch out the weapons. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I don't have to go back into town to switch out the weapons. When we switch out the necklace, I'll have to change some stuff. I'll have to change the aspects. But for now, we can just show. So as you can see, even the basic attack hits really hard with Grandfather and all of the stat numbers. And then when you add in the BoneSpear attacks, right? It hits so much better. So obviously you can still use your main things on your build, right? So you hit your crits, you hit your vulnerables. So you see how the numbers are. Like these are really good numbers with the Grandaddy. explains why, you know, Ubers are so good, right? Okay, yeah, we don't want to go here. Sorry. Okay, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory to show you, like, the numbers with that weapon plus the build itself. You pretty much see how it works. You can see how great this is. I was being a little bit of pain to try to find these vampires here. Okay, so let me just keep these guys. Just keep these. Pay attention to the numbers. So that was a pretty good hit. Okay, we just got attacked by some enemies. I'm not gonna pick up the glove just so I don't confuse my inventory currently. So that pretty much covers this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out to the DoomBringer and the Lidless Wall. And now pay attention to the difference. Okay, so let's just go down this way. So just keep basically the thing is just keep watching the numbers. Here are a little bit smaller, but it feels like overall, you get more crits with it. Now, I could be wrong, but this is just like my impression of like when watching this. This is what it feels like. Obviously, with the shield, you're a little bit more defensive, right? But I feel like the numbers are not much difference. So it really comes down to, like, if you get the DoomBringer, you can choose to use that. If you get the Granddaddy, you can choose to use that, right? They're both pretty good. Let me just kill a couple more things with this weapon before we switch out the aspects and try the Heart of Selling just to kind of see how it looks good. So let's get these guys. Okay. Okay, so it's going pretty good so far. I can't say which one like I like more personally. I kind of like both. Okay, so let's get these. So obviously again, like you can run your BoneSpear and stuff too, right? I just prefer. See, the numbers are pretty good. Okay, so I think we are good. So let's head back into town really quick. And then we're going to just switch out the aspects. That way we can, ooh. Yeah, I think I can do it. Something I was like, wait, I don't want to get rid of my necklace, though. Okay, wait, sorry. Give me 1 second here on this one. Okay, so we only have, like, one more thing pretty much to show. Okay, oh, sorry, wrong button. Okay, so we're gonna go back to, the Granddaddy, though. And then we're gonna switch out the necklace. And then we're gonna put this ring here. And then we're just going to change the aspect really fast. So, grasping veins. Please, 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 please let me have it. Yeah, okay, splintering. So we're going to change my ring to splintering. So this one. And then we're going to change this ring to... sacrifice. Ooh, that was wrong. Sacrifice. Okay, perfect. So doing it like this, now we're using Heart of Selig with splintering and sacrifice. So the rings are already upgraded. Let me just get another gem to put in. So the other thing too, with what you can do, and base this on your overall resistances, right? If your resistances are pretty good, then you can keep the gems the way I have them. With like the blue, orange, and purple. But you can also run the royal gems, give you that extra armor. If you're so here, right? So if you find that you're dying a little bit, because, you know, necromancers are squishy, right? And your resistances are pretty much close to being capped, then you can switch all of your gems to the royal skulls instead. Purely optional, you don't have to do it like that, but the option is there. I'm just gonna keep my basic stuff the way I normally have it. And then we're gonna go back. Yeah, I don't really need to care about whispers right now. Then we're just gonna go back really quick and just test out the necklace. See, he looks so good here. Oh, I should have got a screenshot of his face there. Tragic. Okay. So this switch now, we're back to Granddaddy and just testing it out with the necklace, the Uber necklace. Like I said, this is basically an Uber build. So just trying to just see if there's like a huge difference with this necklace. Numbers don't seem too bad. They seem to be staying relatively the same. This seems not too bad with this. I think it really just comes down to, like, if you have the necklace and you really do want to run it, it's not, I don't think it's going to penalize you drastically if you do run it this way. I kind of like it because, like I said, like, this is what I call my Uber build, right? So it just makes sense for me to have it. Okay, so I just want to just test out a little bit more. So again, so this is the necklace with the Granddaddy. So then let's switch back to DoomBringer and Lidless and just see. The difference there with it. And again, it seems to be pretty consistent. I don't think I'm losing too much with the switch. So you have the multiple variations that you can play it out depending on if you have the earpieces or not. So I would say just base it on, like, what weapon you have. So, like, if you're farming Duriel and you get lucky with these Ubers, definitely use them. I like it, definitely. I think I like the Granddaddy more, personally. But I think that's just more just like a preference thing. Like, don't get me wrong, like, if we're going visual-wise, I like this better just because the DoomBringer looks cool and the shield is amazing. But performance-wise, I think the Granddaddy is better. Also, you can see here too, right? So with the Granddaddy on and the Heart of Selig, my attack power goes up to 24,000, right? If I switch to Doom and I switch to Lidless, we drop down to a 16k attack power. We get more armor, but we lose attack power. Because obviously shield, right? So, stat-wise, Granddaddy would be the better option in this situation. If we're looking at it like that, since they're attacking me. So that pretty much covers showing you how the build works. So when you're attacking, again, always make sure you've got your keeping your resources up. That way you don't run out. So that way you can pretty much constantly use BoneSpear. So as long as you're going between your left and right click, right, you're not gonna run out of resources for the most part. And let me go back to town. I don't think I have a spare weapon. Actually, no, I don't think. I was gonna say maybe I can explain a substitute weapon if you don't have the Uber, but this build, I did kind of build this build based on Ubers, so that's probably not gonna work. If you do have a question about a potential weapon switch, like if you wanted to run BoneSpear and you don't have the Ubers, leave a comment in the comment section, and as soon as I get my hands on a weapon with a good stats and stuff, I'll give you the details of what weapon you should probably use in exchange if you don't have the Ubers. But we're gonna keep it pretty much like this because, like I said, like this build is based on the Uber, so we're just gonna keep it like that. So I hope you all enjoyed the build. I hope you guys check it out and get excited for it because, like, I was super excited getting these. So again, keep in mind this build features the Granddaddy, the DoomBringer, and the Melted Heart of Selig. All 3 Ubers drop from Duriel. So please, if you guys are farming Duriel and you guys get your hands on an Uber, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to know which ones you guys got, and I hope you enjoyed the build. If you enjoy it and it helps you guys out, please consider subscribing to the channel. And until then, I'll see you guys soon for our next builds. Bye!